Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crowdsourced challenge. I haven't gone through the comments yet, so there won't be any new entries in the wheel, and there was a minor issue, so maybe not all the rules are currently in the wheel. I'll sort that out after recording this. But we gotta spin the wheel, so let's spin the wheel to find out what new pain awaits me. I should mention that there was an issue with the wheel. I don't know if all the rules are currently in it. But let's give it a spin and find out what we got to deal with now. Oh. 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 That's getting game. Yeah. 25 cows minimum at all times. That's great. Now, in yesterday's stream, I stacked some bales up here. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm doing this, well, I've got hay in this field instead of the promised cultiplow, it's because the grass grew before I finished liming the field. And the game wouldn't let me do anything, so I've currently got crop growth turned just entirely off. But we stacked up a trailer load of bales, and we have the Deutz AgroStar Clearview here. The question is, can this tractor pull the bales? Because I want to buy one of these. This is rented, and it's got the biggest tires in the world ever. It has thick tires. But I want to see if it'll actually do what I want, which is be used as kind of a yard tractor and a bale carter. Also, I'm going to be zooming quite a bit out because this tractor is extremely loud. And you know what? This might just work, you know? It's loud and it's screaming, but it's working. Bit light in the front, but yeah, it's going. It's not going very fast, but it's definitely going. It's topping out at 40. This thing is supposed to be able to go 43, and it's just completely not touching that, not going anywhere near that number. I do know, by the way, that I could have gone up by the shop and that would have been slightly faster, but from where I was, this is probably it. Let's get minus 100 for that crash. Now, can I rescue it from this situation? Or is it just gonna kind of bobble wildly around? It's just gonna bobble wildly. So let's get the Manitou, rescue Manitou activated. I should have seen that coming, but somehow I didn't. I didn't foresee that I'd flip on a corner, despite the fact that every time I've carted a bale so far, I've flipped on a corner. Somehow that's a surprise every time it happens, and I'm not entirely sure why it's still a surprise to me. Minor update from like yesterday's video. I know that I said this in the stream, but I'll say it again now in today's video, because maybe some people watch the videos and not streams. You are one of the very few. Congratulations. But what I have done since yesterday's video is I've looked at a couple of maps, given my thoughts to the makers of said maps, which is just as important as looking at them, in my opinion. And I have also updated to the 1.3 beta, which means multiplayer is on hiatus again, because I quite like the beta patch. Come on. You can do this, Manitou. I believe in you. Come on. I hate the AI drivers so much. They're so aggressive with the horn. Oh, that... Are you in a rush? I'm really sorry. Are you in a... Oh, I'm so sorry. It appears as if there's somebody hopping up and down on your bonnet. It's such a shame that you're in such a rush that you have to hold the horn down every 5 seconds. Could you please have some patience, sir? Oops. Oh, I've hit the truck. I'm sorry, sir. You're being nice to me. You don't deserve this. You, on the other hand... Do 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 do. That's his paint sufficiently ruined. Off we go once again. Don't get mad at the AI, get even. This is a bit of the trip that I was kind of concerned about, is the uphill segment. I've just realised that I've got my audio set up in streaming mode still, so apologies if the commentary's a bit hard to hear. I forgot to change settings, but it won't be robo voice. I think. I hope. But we do need to sell these bales. Not least because we now need to buy a significant number of cows that I wasn't initially planning on buying. Let's go first person for a bit. I wasn't initially planning on going up to 25 cows immediately, but I guess now we have to. You gonna let me through? No? How about you? Turns out Truckman did deserve it. Because the second I stopped, and he ended up having to stop behind me, he started honking. I don't like how aggressive the AI vehicles are now with the horn. It's a bit much, especially if you're like indicating to turn and clearly stopped because you're waiting for traffic to pull away so that you can make a turn. That's not something that happens in real life unless you got somebody with really bad road rage behind you. So instead of buying this tractor, which I'm currently leasing, I now need to buy quite a number of cows. That's not ideal. Slight revenge has been had. So, I guess let's get an animal trader on the back of this thing and just spam the doits for the time that I've got it. Because I mean, I've got it on a lease, which means I'm paying for it, so I might as well get what I'm paying for. I might as well make the most of this. I can't remember where I put the animal trader is the issue. I think it's parked. It's just been abandoned in the yard somewhere. I can't see where I'm going. I think it's just been abandoned in the yard somewhere, so we can pick it up fairly easily. I am, however, going to just leave the Manitou there for now. Much to Fahy's annoyance, because Fahy likes when I put away stuff, and he absolutely hates when I just abandon things on the side of the road in particular. So, he's not going to be happy, bunny. Ooh, when did I speed up the cruise control from 40 to 41? Still don't have speeding fines enabled, interestingly. So I was just abandoning the hay work that I was doing in that field. That's perfectly fine. It's somewhat convenient that I was doing hay now that I need to, you know, pick up more cows. So where did I put the animal trailer? I think it might be up here. Is it up here? It is not up here. Where did I put it? Because I distinctly remember, like, putting it away. I didn't get rid of it, did I? There's the water bowser. There's nothing in there. Ah, there it is. So off we go. We gotta get up to 25 cows, or as close as we can get, I guess. So, I'm really glad that I'm making hay, because there's no great demands on at the moment. This is going to work to my advantage in the long term, but short term, this is a pain. I also, at some point, need to weed Field 18, which is just proving to be more and more of a pain every day. This little Deutz is I guess I'm running a full suite of tests on it now, because I wasn't expecting to need to move cows today. Do you remember the last episode where I said, you know, things that just waste time aren't really rules, but things that just throw something at me that I wasn't expecting are? This is one of them. This is pain. Yes, it takes a lot of time to sort out the animals, and it's going to take some time to get up to 25 cows. But this is something that I wasn't planning for, and it's just really throwing a spanner in the works. Mainly because I wasn't saving up for the extra cows, and I still don't have straw. In fact, Field 18 is planted up for straw. The silage isn't compacted yet. The hay was all going to be sold, but now I'm not so sure. And the water tank actually has some water left in it, so that's somewhat convenient. But I do know that animals got rebalanced slightly in patch 1.3, so I don't know exactly what kind of pain I've had inflicted on me. This is all going to get very interesting very quickly. So let's this trader sorted, and it's cows I want, so that'll be down here. Just get a trader load of Frisians. That's it. I can only carry 6 at a time. I don't have the money to afford these cows. So I guess that makes up my mind on what I'm going to do with the hay. It all needs to be sold off so that I can afford to buy the rest of the cows that I need to buy. Because in theory we have 6 cows over at the yard. Should be 6. 1, 4, 6, 7. 1, 3, 5, 6, Dave. You counted 2 as 3 there. So yeah. So we're now up to 12, which is just under half of the cows that I actually need. Also, I am fully aware that I crashed. There we go. So we gotta spend 34,000 or 30,000 more plus a small little bit to get up to the cows, and we only have 7,000 left. I wasn't originally intending on doing any hay this episode, but I guess I'm going to be doing some... I was going to do some seeding today, actually. And, you know, the Deutz thing was just going to be a holdover from the street, but no, we're going to be continuing on the job that I was doing because I need to get the money together to buy more cows. Because that rule is just... I'm sure there's going to be some complainy comments today. But like, Dave, just cheat the money in. I'm not cheating the money in. I want to do this legit. I know that I could cheat the money in. It would be very easy to cheat the money in. But I kind of like the challenge of like, oh, suddenly I need to buy more cows. And I don't have the money, but I do have a field that I was making hay in anyway. And I'm so glad that I decided to make that hay. Wow, that's... This would be a much different situation if, instead of making the hay, I decided to get the culti plow today. Or yesterday in the stream. And just kind of went like that. Because that was the original plan, was to get the culti plow and... like, once I'd finished putting the line down and just do it up. So these cows can all go in, confirm that. And can this run the windrower? Now I'm curious. So we're now up to 12 cows at the yard. 8 of them are black and white. One of them is brown. How now, brown cow? I think the next load I'll get some brown and white cows. Where did I put the fast truck? It's over there. I want to see if I can do more than just like cart things around with this thing. If I can run the windrower efficiently on this field, that'll be great. Because I do plan on having this in grass for a little while longer. Now I'm a bit more sure of that now that I've got significantly more cows than planned. And by the way, there is a reason, I should mention, the reason that I've not gone and got even more cows yet is because it makes more sense to get the money together to buy a full trailer load than to buy, you know, half a trailer load of cows. And just kind of rocket on from there. So I've not gone insane and just forgotten to get the rest of the cows. This is me trying my absolute best to get something that vaguely works together. I mean, if the Deutz can pull this well... Oh, it can. Oh, this changes very little, but it makes life just that bit easier. It makes decisions a bit easier. The more this thing can pull, and I know that it's only 143 horse, I think it is. Not much. I can just go to least items. Yeah, it's only got 143 horsepower, but the more that I can find to do with this 143 horsepower, the better. And this will... I can't remember if this can take a front loader. This I just bought in like a city configuration because I thought it would be funny. But this is going to be something that I'll probably end up using quite a lot. Just for smaller jobs. When I can afford one to buy, because I'm gonna just lease this out until we got this field done. Just so there's a bit of variety on the farm, and then I will like set the next aim to buy this, because that works out at 29,000, which is significantly less than getting a bigger plow. The culti plow was what, 9,300. Could still get that right now. I could shell out for a culti plow right now, but there wouldn't be any point in it because I still need to, or the subsoil or whatever you want to call it, I still need to clear the rest of this field. Once the field's cleared, then I can bring in the subsoiler and go mental with this. And comically, I will be replanting grass. I just want to get the most efficient grass I can get out of this field. So lime and plowing are necessary for now, and next time it flags up that it needs lime, I'm gonna just bring in the subsoiler again and whack it all up and turn this into a crop field. Because it'll by then I'm hoping I'll have enough money together from like a great demand and selling gratuitous amounts of hay and getting the BGA running, which is the plan by then, to have bought like a couple of smaller grass fields just to keep everything ticking over. Best case scenario is we get a great demand like right now and I can suddenly swap to doing a different job, which would be selling. Like a great demand for barley would be ideal right now, but that's probably not going to happen. I know my luck, it's not going to happen. I mean, I could take out a loan, but I don't want to. That's always an option, but I hate taking out the loan because I end up never paying back the loan, is the issue. Like, I'll put it out and then just never pay it back, and it's just sat there forever, like, taking money away for no good reason. So I'm not gonna pull out a loan just because I know at the end of the day it's never gonna get paid back. I also know, by the way, that I'm not doing the most efficient windrowing in the world. Just deal with it if you're not a fan of my windrowing skills. I just need to get this field done now. This has all gone wrong in... oh my god. In the time that it took me to do that wheel spin, everything went wrong. Like, this entire episode had its plan changed from me doing some seeding and getting crops in and, you know, doing some field work to, oh look, Dave's doing grass work again because he needs money again. And there's no rule against selling bales, and I'm not going to accept a rule about not selling bales just yet. Before DJ or Adiboo get the bright idea to do that. No. No, 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 no. No. The new thing in, like, rules, what Dave already has in the wheel, but people don't seem to know this, which always seems to be a thing when I do this challenge, is the... actually, there's two. One is to repair vehicles. That is in the wheel already, so you don't need to adjust that. The other is a time limit on when I can sell vehicles. Now, somebody suggested 20 hours. That's a bit much. I think it was Simman... I want to say it was Simman said that. I'm probably wrong. But, the suggestion that is in the wheel is once a tractor has been repaired at least once, they can be sold off. So, technically speaking, the John Deere and the Fast Track are within that rule already. But I'm going to keep them for as long as I can. I might actually change that rule to be twice. Because wear seems very quick, in fact quicker than a fuel tank goes down. So I might change the rule to be that I need to repair things twice before I can sell them. And that'll only be for, like... it's not even in the game yet, it's just in the wheel. But there's a few rules about repairs. A few rules... there's one rule about repairs, even. And it's just for tractors and combines, because I don't want to repair the equipment. I don't want to, in my eyes, ruin the Browhan equipment, the stuff I got from CD models, or 4D modding. Because his wear textures are just so good that, like, I feel like the equipment looks worse without them. And to me, that, like, how pretty something is much more important than how well it works in theory, especially when it's like a trailer, because you can't rig a trailer to work worse. If it was a baler or something and it like there was evidence that it actually actively worked worse when repaired, like combines do and like tractors do, then yeah, I'd be fine with that. But with a bale trailer and a grain trailer, they're not going to work worse when they're fully worn. They should like have holes in them and like break and stuff, but that's not the way the game works, which is probably a good thing. So in terms of mods that I've downloaded recently, obviously I've downloaded this recently, the Agrostar Clearview, because I love me some drop nose tractors. I've also downloaded the logging winch from 50K and the forestry mulch cutter, which is for grass. That I'm probably not going to use much, but I might use it for edging fields and stuff. And obviously if and when I do forestry, just to get areas cleared of grass and stuff, so that I can see what on earth I'm trying to do. There were one or two other things, but I just off the top of my head can't remember right now what they were. Should mention as well, almost everything that I've downloaded so far for FS19 is on the Mod Hub, and the majority of it is for console too. So if you're playing on console, you can pretty much do this game safe. With the exception of, I think, the class, and obviously the scripts that I use. But you can... and the brown trailers, actually. You can more or less do this game save on console. Just with, like, different trailers and a different baler. So if you play on console, you want to join into this challenge, I suggest you get significantly more hours in between rules than I do, because I only get between 2 and 4. I exclude, you know, I get whatever time I'm recording for and whatever time I'm streaming for, usually. In between rules, you know, a new rule coming in. If you can get like 5 to 10 hours in that time, then you might be in a much better position than I get thrown into with these rules. But at the same time, I know how to exploit the game, so there's a reason I'm allowing myself to get into these positions. I should mention, I do have my economic settings on normal, I believe. Yeah, my economic difficulty is on normal. Because that, I think, is the best balance. I don't want to go with hard economic difficulty, because there's just not enough money coming in. Easy economic difficulty, there's too much money coming in, so normal is kind of the sweet spot where I feel like there's still going to be a lot of money coming in with normal, but it's not going to be, you know, I sell one trailer load of crop and suddenly I can afford 3 new tractors. It's going to be like, I got to work towards this, but I'll get it a lot faster than I would if I had like the hardest difficulty and everything set. And I am working up rules for, I should mention this, I am working up rules for a new Insanity Challenge that isn't going to be quite as insane as the previous one. So I'll allow myself to own fields from the beginning. But I do have a few tweaks that I think might be very interesting. Could make it harder, but at the same time, I'm not going to go with the same bases I did on Estancia del Pacho, because that was... judging by the way that series performed, it just wasn't what people wanted. In terms of the rules. So I will tweak the rules and get improvements made there. Actually, if you got any feedback about the way that Insanity Challenge went, I know that it was a while ago. If you've forgotten it, don't worry. I'm not going to ask you to rewatch the videos, but if you remember it and you've got any feedback that you didn't leave on those videos, do feel free to like leave in a comment here, and make sure you say like it's about the, you know, whether like oh, the Insanity, whatever your feedback is, because sometimes I get comments and it's just like, oh yeah, that happens, Dave. I was like, good. What are you talking about? Because I talked about quite a lot of things in this video, and I've probably forgotten most of them by now. So you saying that happens, I'm just like, yes. That thing, yes. What? So if you're leaving a comment, please tell me what on earth you're commenting about, because if you're a regular viewer, you'll know Memory of a Goldfish with a particularly bad case of amnesia. In any case, or in this case, Fent? Deutz. In any Deutz. It is about time to end the video. We are out of time. I'm guessing in today's stream we will be doing quite a lot of hair work, annoyingly. Oh, kind of wish we didn't have to, but we kind of do. I don't want to cheat money in. I'm not even asking permission. Normally I'd ask permission, like, oh, could you guys like let me know in the comments if I'm allowed to cheat money? I'm not going to cheat money in. I'm not allowing myself. So we gotta sell off more hay bales. If the Great Demand Rule wasn't in for crops, I would totally have just spent this episode selling barley. But you've gotta live within the rules in this challenge, and sometimes those rules mean I've gotta kind of rush one job to conform to the rules. But until next time, if you... Stop, Dave. Do the full outro. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like, and do feel free to subscribe if you want to see more from me. I'll be streaming later on today on this map, this very safe game, to try and get the baling done, and try and get the money together to get the rest of the cows. This is twice now I've left you guys on cliffhangers. Like, in the stream yesterday, oh, will the Knights pull the trailer? Who knows? And as, will Dave ever actually finish doing the baling work and buy the rest of the cows that he needs to be within the rules? Who knows? But do leave your comments and rule suggestions in the comments below. Leave your comments in the comments. Good English there, Dave. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.